This is BUZZMOD Muichiro Tokito, released in 2024, based on Demon Slayer series. The 6th Hashira released by BUZZMOD. He is very expensive, so let's see if he's worth his price. Tokito has 5 faceplates, just like Kanroji, flawlessly crafted. 2 types of fangs, for neutral pose and action pose. He carries 4.5 pairs of hands, acceptable amount to cover most basic poses. An alternate pair of arms without articulation, just like Nezuko's. A pair of katanas, sheathed and unsheathed. A pair of feet without the footwear, used for sitting pose. A plastic cushion, standard for Demon Slayer figures. That's all. No effects again, just like Kanroji. Faces are overall good. Decals are flawlessly applied. Likeness is great. He appears just like in the show. Skin tone is cream, no shadings, matte finished. Faces and bangs fit tightly on the head, not easily fall off during posing. The marked faces are using the same mold as the unmarked faces, so he actually only has 3 unique sculpts. With essentially only 3 expressions, Tokito has limited posing options, just like Gyu and Rengoku but without the effects. I'm sad to say that among all the Hashiras, Tokito is by far the least fun to play and pose with due to his limited option parts. Hair sculpt appears mediocre, low resolution, not many hairlines, edges are soft and blunt, solid black colored, no highlights. The tips are painted in blue without color gradation. Tokito's appearance is simple and unimpressive, covered in black from top to bottom without any intricate detail. BUZZMOD tried to improve the appearance by using fabric for the hakama part, and failed miserably. We'll get into it later. First, let's check the detail. Matte finish is smooth and even. Every small sections that needs paint job is done meticulously. Belts and buttons are flawless. Logo is clean and sharp. Buckle paint is tidy and Hakama's color closely matches his shirt. As expected from a figure in this price range, Tokito's main work is excellent. No surprise here. Now, what don't I like about Tokito? First, the Hakama. The tailoring is untidy on the sides, plus the cloth is coarse and feels like thick paper, much like Rengoku version 2's cape, only thinner. It's easily creased and crumpled when posed, totally unfit for $100 figure. To be clear, I'm not saying it's trash, but it's just not what I'd expect from an expensive figure. I feel like the $30 Dashin Kenshin's Hakama is much better tailored. The fabric is softer to the touch with a smooth, near silky appearance. The Hakama is glued to the abs or belt. A word of warning, the Hakama color can bleed to his legs. Mine is already showing traces of color stain out of the box. Best way to prevent it getting worse would be to cover the legs with plastic sheet. Next, the sleeve sculpt is hideous as well. The bulging elbow joint is glaringly ugly to look at. Want some examples of better elbow sculpt? Check out Obito's arms. Enough said. And honestly, I just can't see the point of the unarticulated arms. BUZZMOD's shoulder design has always been horrible. With other Hashiras, at least you have the option to cover them. But Tokito doesn't have one, so they're always exposed and appear ugly on action poses. Don't even think to pose him like this, because the plastic sleeves will look awkward. For this kind of pose, fabric shirt is the best way to go. Although Tokito's body has decent posability, appearance-wise, a full fabric figure looks best for this kind of sleeve. Especially when BUZZMOD cannot design a better shoulder, body design and fabric choice is so far underwhelming for a $100 figure. On the bright side, he's got great build quality, the joints are tight and feel durable. Tokito's body can be easily disassembled and reassembled like other BUZZMODs or Figmas. Wall pegs are used to join the chest and hip, so posability should be decent. The katanas are well sculpted. Paint job is slightly untidy on the handle, understandable given the scale. Lettering on the blade is sharp and clean. The blade is painted in metallic silver and light blue colored, semi-gloss finished. The garden hilt are also acceptably tidy. He weighs only 53 grams. Tokito is the 3rd smallest figure among BUZZMOD Demon Slayer figures. Scale and proportions look good overall. This is why I think a big effect is crucial to make up for his size, considering he has the same price tag as other Hashiras. Articulation-wise, BUZZMOD body has good posability, and Tokito is no exception. Looking down is limited. Looking up is limited by the back hair. Head range is excellent, but if yours have a stiff joint like mine, then you need to oil it for better posing. Here's the stiff neck joint disassembled from the neck. The hinge is stiff on mine, so I oiled it. Rotating the peg is also difficult, so I oiled the shaft as well. To reassemble the joint, align the notch with the indentation on the neck. I also oiled the neck joint before popping the head joint back. The back hair is on a hinge spec, moves up and down, left and right, limited only by the hair sculpt. The front hair is flexible, doesn't hinder posability. Shoulder joint is a hinge spec, no butterfly joint as usual. The arm rotates 360 degrees, goes sideways more than 90 degrees, excellent range. The shoulder swivels. The lower sleeves is on a ball peg, limited range to all directions. The elbow only bends 90 degrees. The forearm are on a ball joint, also limited range to all directions. The hand is on a hinge spec, standard range. The chest is on a ball joint, acceptable range to all directions. You can easily pop off the chest. And separate the legs from the hakama. You can see that I have laminated the leg to avoid further color stain. The waist is on a ball joint, decent range to all directions. It's only limited by the absent belt. The legs are on simple ball joints, go forward 90 degrees, backward only 45 degrees. Split range is decent. The thigh swivels, easily detached from the pec. The knee is double hinged, it bends 180 degrees, excellent range. The lower leg is on a pec. The foot is on a hinged pec, works like the hand, excellent range to all directions. The toes bend 45 degrees. Unsophisticated. That's what I think about this one. His simple appearance is made even worse by limited option parts, lack of effects, and lackluster body design, which altogether severely diminishes value. It's like BUZZMOD had no idea what to do with him, when the answer is obviously simple. Give him Inosuke's body with a well-tailored shirt, throw in some effects like Figuart Zero style, and you get a badass figure to boot. He could have been a worthy figure because there are plenty option parts that can be included for $100 figure. The bottom line is, Tokito is a nice figure that's highly overpriced when compared to his teammates. I think at this point, it's safe to say that BUZZMOD is producing Demon Slayer figures out of necessity to fulfill their licensing expense, without regards to figure appearance, display, or playability. So that's what I think about Tokito. If you have a different opinion, please share it in the comment down below. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you find it useful.